Okay, don't judge me.
A stuffed swan named Swanee.
Dumbo, the elephant, teddy bear, and I still have a love of elephants now.
Barbie dolls.
So I left this beautiful duck on a luggage conveyor belt, and it went along the belt and it got stuck. It went down through the hole, and I put my arm in to get it and ended up ripping all the skin off my arm.
I was obsessed with Swanee. I carried him everywhere. And one day I left Swanee at the mall and I was devastated.
And they had to cancel flights and reroute things, and it made this incredible effort, but they did it and I got it back.
So my mom went out and bought a duplicate Swanee, and I never liked it because I knew it wasn't the real Swanee.
And I still have it to this day.
Cars and trains.
Probably drawing and painting and colours. The colour yellow, I remember that as being a real favourite.
My mum always told me I never used to play with toys.
Oh, really?
I just would talk to people.
Sister and I both had this little like bouncy ball, and it was like a little smiley sort of like slimy face that you get in the 90s. You get those weird sort of like slimy toys and stuff.
My old dog called Freebie, beautiful little black Labrador, and it's the first pet that I remember having.
And mine was kind of a bluey green colour and has a pinky yellowy sort of colour, which is really just like a bit sexist, but
I was allowed to name her, hence why it's called Freebie, because we were given her for free.
And when you bounced it, it would like glow on the inside, and it was literally like my pride and joy, and I loved it. And I was probably like 3 or 4 years old, but I absolutely loved this little ball.
It used to follow me everywhere, follow me to school, follow me to football, and she was just a perfect dog.
I think my first love was playing out in the street. Especially, we used to, on the other side of the street, there was like a little ditch, and in the ditch we used to think the Ninja Mutant Turtles lived, and like that was bliss, that was peace.
She could sit, paw, fetch, and apart from that, she would sit on the sofa and just do nothing.
And I don't know, we used to play with skateboards as well. We used to do all sorts of stuff. I don't know, play with sticks, just be kids, but just playing really, I guess. I just loved going out and playing.
I think it was my rabbit. When I was a very little girl, I had a rabbit.
My little doggy, as soon as I saw him, it was like, I love that thing, that little fluff ball.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
He's beautiful.
Well, it was very beautiful. It was a very beautiful rabbit, and you could give it lots of affection if you weren't getting much yourself.
This is a story that my mother told me about when I was a child. I was about 4 years old. I had a pink umbrella. It was my favourite thing, and I used to wish that it would rain so I could use my pink umbrella.
Yeah.
And then one day I lost my pink umbrella, and I was so distraught that apparently, so says my mother, I refused to ever get another umbrella again.
Panda duvet, panda bin in my room, panda teddy bears. Loved them.
My dog. I had a dog, she passed away this year.
Football was my first love.
But at the beginning it was the best thing that happened in my life. I've never felt it for any other thing or person before.
I started kicking a ball when I could walk, and yeah, I'd definitely say that was my first love.
Playing football when I was like 8 years old with my dad.
My first love, I think, was football.
Yeah, Liverpool, but I can't really find any fellow Liverpool fans where I am now, but yeah.
Playing on right from that, it was the Arsenal.
Riding horses.
Okay, my first love still is very much an enduring love of mine, which is music, particularly vinyl. I am what's considered a vinyl junkie. I still collect music. I still enjoy playing my vinyl records.
I think it was the kind of being quite frightened, really, as a child, being on a very powerful animal that could have killed you, really, but being able to control the situation and ride in the most amazing places. Just a sense of freedom.
The person who introduced me to music, who was my great uncle Tim, a fantastic jazz musician, was a record by Millie Smalls called My Boy Lollipop.
I grew up by myself. I didn't have many other children around to play with, so I used to listen to music by myself a lot.
My boy lollipop, ba-da-bop-bop, you make my heart go giddy up. That's your lot.
And I had one cassette which was a copy of some Beatles album. I don't know which one, maybe it was the red album or the blue. And I used to listen to that cassette tape on repeat.
I have to say it was probably the Spice Girls.
First love would be, I'd have to say,
The Spice Girls. Yeah, when I was 16, Wannabe came out and I just thought it was the most wonderful thing I'd ever seen, to have these like 5 amazing different women just shouting and screaming and just having loads of fun. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Sex? Can't beat it. Can't beat it.
Was a guy called Simon, and my mum didn't like him, or my dad, but I didn't care.
Because it allows you to express yourself with someone.
He was gorgeous, and yeah, when I was at college, he was my first love, my first proper love.
Boy, girl, trans, whatever, and you get to express yourself and just be yourself and just be.
So my first love was with one of my first girlfriends, and yeah, that was my first love.
Was my boyfriend, who is also the father of my child. So we've been together 3.5 years, and it's been a roller coaster of emotions.
She was amazing. So we had a really good connection. We got on very well together. We understood each other, and we experienced a very intimate love.
It was very unexpected, the pregnancy. I had the coil. It was a contraceptive device I believe to be more safer than the pill. And it was 99.7% safe, but we were just one of the 1 in 300 that got pregnant.
It's my true mother.
A girl called Vicky, I was 19.
My first love was my mum.
The first girl gave me 5 kids.
Because like, she's the one that gave birth to me. She's the one that's always been there for me, so yeah.
I was a virgin.
4 girls and 1 boy.
She was very silly. I hadn't grown up around silly, so it was really nice to be around someone who's just continually silly.
My first love was myself, because I think it's important to love yourself before loving anyone else.
Cut.
Yeah, that's good. That's all good.